Hey, good evening, everyone. And this is going to be a belated, happy belated birthday stream for Movie&GameLover98. So, all right. So this stream is a little bit different. It's not a collection stream of any kind, but it's a belated birthday stream for Movie&GameLover98. Oh. Hi, Terrence. How you doing? It is, well, it was Movie&GameLover98's birthday. It was last week, but we're doing a very special belated birthday for him. And here he is.
Hey, Flicklove returns. How are we doing today on this beautiful Friday, the 20th of June?
Great.
Yeah, I know we're going to be doing a belated birthday thing for me because I had a great time on my actual birthday last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do anything, yeah. Just as promised, as we just make sure we don't do anything not so bad things, we can do...
Yeah. So, basically, what we do is, like...
anything. We can talk about stuff, we can do impressions, we can talk about what I know about what I did on my actual birthday last week.
So...
Yep, I did. Yeah. I think what I'll do yeah. Or if there's something you want to do on your side, but I'll start saying stuff on my side first.
All right.
Yeah, I did get some cool things. I did bring some of my favorite things to show you about. I did bring my favorite Disney film of all time, Oliver and Company.
Yeah. Which I love that as well, but on VHS.
This Blu-ray version is actually the easiest version to find of Oliver and Company. Yeah. And I also got the other three Mr. Rogers. Well, I guess I'll show you the things I got for my birthday, but even though some of them are personal. Yeah, I did get a couple of train stuff for my birthday, which they're probably personal. There's the VHS of Oliver and Company. Yeah, I saw a brand new sealed copy at my private workplace, but I didn't have a chance to buy it, but that's okay. As long as another one pops up, I know what I'll do. If it pops up brand new sealed, I'll just get that as a replacement. I still have the clamshell, but the tape still just, yeah, it still makes an awful buzzing noise. Which is unfortunate. I think your copy doesn't make that awful noise.
It doesn't.
Mine does, unfortunately.
Oh. Well,
yeah, I should have realized I should have gotten a VCR player first, then I could have gotten Oliver and Company on VHS, because I had it on Blu-ray anyways.
yeah. So, that film, that was the third film in the new Walt Disney Pictures logo era, right? And I think this was one of the last films before the Renaissance started with The Little Mermaid.
You say, oh yeah, it is the third, yeah, because it's the second is The Great Mouse Detective, first is The Black Cauldron.
Yeah, which apparently got a PG rating in The Black Cauldron instead of a G rating like the rest of the Disney animated films.
Yeah, and hopefully I should have asked. Yes, testing. I was just testing my mic to see if you can hear me really well.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yep, I did get the other 3 Mr. Rogers Neighborhood DVD sets from my sister from one of my sisters for my birthday last week. Now I have all the Mr. Rogers Neighborhood sets on DVD.
Wow.
Yeah, they're easy to find. There's this first one I got, Would You Be Mine collection. The Meets New Friends collection of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And the last Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood compilation set they ever released is the Kindness collection.
Wow.
Yep, that means all... Yeah.
I do know for a fact Anchor Bay actually did put out Mr. Rogers DVDs in like the earlier years for PBS.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did that. Yeah, I know you don't have any Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood DVDs quite yet, even though it's an amazing PBS show.
Well, technically, I don't have a Mr. Rogers DVD, but I do have a DVD that guest stars Mr. Rogers in it.
Yeah, it's probably an Arthur release, which, even though I'll have to say this now, I kind of like the Engine Arthur and Thomas better.
Yeah, and that DVD I have that guest stars Mr. Rogers is Arthur's Famous Friends, in which he guest stars in the first episode on the DVD.
Yep. But I said, if you want to get those Mr. Rogers Neighborhood sets, Flickler Returns, they're really easy to get. If you have an Amazon private account like me, you could just order all 4 of them. That's easy as cake. Yeah, if you have an Amazon private account like me, but if you just use eBay or Amazon, if you prefer one over the other to buy stuff online, that's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I do know, I think there is a Disney animated feature film that is going to be turning 30 years old in 3 days from now.
3 days from now? Yeah, I heard that is Walt Disney's 33rd feature ever released.
Yes.
And it starts with the letter P, and that's Pocahontas.
Yep. That's exactly what I have here.
Yeah, that version is the one where you popped in the VCR. It, for some reason, replaced the Classics logo, replaced the Masterpiece Collection logo.
This particular printing that I'm talking about right here, that is the copy that accidentally has the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo that would normally be featured in the Black Diamond releases, but accidentally appears on earlier printings of the Masterpiece Collection print of Pocahontas, including this copy that I've owned. And the print date is December 14th, 1995, as you can tell, even though it came out on February 28th of 1996.
Yeah.
And And I have 2 other copies which have the Masterpiece Collection logo on it as well.
Yeah, while you're grabbing it for Clever Turns, I did explain something in one of my earlier posts from a few days ago, saying I actually would like to get all these Blu-ray versions of some of these Disney animated features. Well, obviously not Oliver and Company, but I would like to get the other Blu-ray edition of The Little Mermaid and that other Diamond Edition Blu-ray of Beauty and the Beast, because I was actually shocked to see that the 3D Blu-ray of the Diamond Edition Blu-ray of Beauty and the Beast comes with the disc 1 from the Platinum Edition DVD, and that the one from the regular Diamond Edition comes with the disc 1 from the 2-disc DVD.
Yeah,
there
was one film that has just recently turned 70.
Well, it's not 70 yet. That's Lady and the Tramp. The 70th anniversary is in 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Well, in 2 days will be the 70th anniversary of Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, June 22nd. Okay, it's going to turn 70 years old.
Yeah, you were close, but it is in 2 days. Yes, the 70th anniversary of Lady and the Tramp. Well, yes, of course, Lady and the Tramp. Yes, the classic from 1955. Some people like it. Some people are not a big fan of it. They have their own opinions.
Well, obviously, there's a part that you didn't like of the baby crying, but that's
Well, I can understand. Well, I can understand it when it's being born at the start. I understand that because it happens with every baby. I think it starts happening the second they come born. I think I understand that part, but the other parts, it gets horrible. The other 2 parts make it worse. But I guess I understand it with it being born. I understand that, but with the other parts, with the Siamese cats ruining everything, and the rat is sneaking in the room in the middle of the night. Those are really freaky. Especially the rat sneaking into the baby's room is the freaky as hell part, and I apologize for swearing.
Well,
that
is pretty freaky. So
it's as freaky as the part in Monsters Inc. Because of course Monsters Inc. is going to be 24 this November.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never play both of the parts from the end of the first Lady and the Tramp and the Sully scaring the robot kid part at the same time. Not at both at the same time because I don't have another separate TV to do that. But I'll have to play them back to back to see which one's more scarier. Yeah, like with Sully scaring the robot kid, with him screaming loud or the baby crying loud in Lady and the Tramp, the rat attack at the end.
Yeah. And there was a season of Thomas and Friends that has just turned 30.
I think you're referring to. Yeah, I know you're referring to the season of the classic era that was back in the 90s. I think you're referring to season 4 of the classic series of Thomas.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm referring to.
Yeah. Yes, of course, like I brought that memory before when I got a Rusty the Rescue VHS clamshell and I watched the tape all the way through and I was confused. Is this a different voice of a different person or is it still George Carlin?
It was George Carlin, but his voice was older.
Yeah, like basically I could compare it to his earlier voices in seasons 1 through 3. Basically, like at a random episode. Mm-hmm.
These are all the releases I have that contain season 4. Oh, let me go get one more real quick because there's one more, or at least a couple of more that have season 4 on it.
Well, yeah, it's not ones with all season 4, but there are some episodic releases that do feature season 4 in them. Like my 10 Years of Thomas release I have, and the Special Funnels on Christmas Wonderland DVD. I guess I'll also tell you this now for Clever Turns. I did also get the Flintstones the complete series on Blu-ray. So that means next week when we do the WB collection next week on the 27th to make it go fast. This time when we get to Flintstones, I'll just show the complete series to make it go fast.
To show off all the complete separate seasons as you have the series on DVD
or Blu-ray rather,
or on Blu-ray.
Well, I would like to
separate seasons on DVD.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. The ones that I have with episodes from season 4. Here's the first one, Rusty to the Rescue.
That's Rusty to the Rescue. Yep. I remember I told you about that VHS clamshell I remember finding at a Goodwill store, but luckily I knew it was still George Carlin for season 4, but just the voice is different.
There's Thomas and the Special Letter. It does not come with a booklet on this copy, but it is the Anchor Bay print.
Mine has the booklet because luckily I looked through it at the train convention like 6 years ago to be exact.
Henry and the Elephant, aka the DVD version of Gallant Engine.
Yeah. I would like to find 2 more DVD copies of that. The reasons why Flipper returns is because I know one of them comes with a Wooden Railway Rickety, and I know another one comes with a Wooden Railway Toby.
There's the disc. And there is Sing Along and Stories.
Yep. Also going to get another DVD copy of that soon, because it makes sense because it's a sing-along release.
And here is the only season 4 one that did not get a DVD release.
That would be Toss Meets the Queen. That's the back cover. That was the front cover.
And I'm surprised
Anchor
Bay missed out an opportunity to put this out on DVD in 2008 along with Rusty to the Rescue.
Anchor Bay.
This could have completed season 4 on DVD if they put out Thomas Meets the Queen on the same day as Rusty to the Rescue on DVD.
I don't think that was going to happen.
There's also some writing which has somebody's name, which I don't know who it is, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know that's the sticker label copy of Thomas Meets the Queen, which I'm pretty sure that's the one that has the version 1 of the Island song with no lyrics. When the children sing the line "Over the Hills and Mountains," that's stock B-roll season 1 footage of Percy.
All right. Print date 202nd day of 1997. And I popped this tape in. It just goes immediately to the Britt Allcroft logo and then right to the season 4 intro and theme. Some copies have the FBI Warning and Video Treasures logo before. This one doesn't.
Yeah, I know you just have to look hard to see which one just doesn't. We'll have the Video Treasures logo. You just gotta look hard on a copy, but anyway.
All right, and those were all the mainstream season 4 releases. Now we get to the compilations with season 4.
Yeah, we'll do this fast, Flicka, and then we can do that thing. Now we can do this. We can do this fan-made Dragon Tales thing after we show this portion.
There's 10 years of titles, and it
10 years.
It contains a mistake in the title on the back. It says Henry the Elephant when it should be Henry and the Elephant.
Because come on, Henry's not the elephant. It's him and the elephant. But at least in the menu and program, they fixed it. Yeah, my 10 Years of Thomas. I actually could get that in a slim case like you, Flick Love Returns, because I'm actually bringing up another new rule that I could actually, since I can't get that Totally Thomas Volume 7 DVD box set, which contains that, James Goes Buzz Buzz, and Thomas Percy and the Dragon. I could actually get that in a Wooden Train bonus pack with a Wooden Rally character. I think the one I could do is Alfie. But anyway, here's Thomas' Christmas Wonderland.
Yeah, this is the one that comes with Thomas' songs and Roundhouse Rhythms.
There's also a version with Train Yard Track CD, which is kind of rare.
Yeah.
Even though it exists, it's just hard to find.
All right. Then we get into
Yep, Trackside Tunes release.
Yes, the 2008 DVD version, which
Just says Trackside Tunes instead of saying it the long Thomas's Trackside Tunes.
if you look at the screenshots, these are definitely not classic series screenshots. They look like
those look
era.
Yeah, I don't know what Anchor Bay was thinking. Anyway. Yeah. I know a lot of people say Trackside Tunes is an alright sing-along release, even though it has 2 episodes you can watch in other releases. Even though Gordon the Gremlin was technically new on that release.
Yeah. One thing they could have done is maybe instead of keeping the George Carlin version of Rusty Hut's Peter Sam, they could have called it Trucks and maybe have Alec Baldwin re-narrate that episode. Kind of like how Michael Brandon re-narrated some of Alec Baldwin's narrated episodes from season 6 back when PBS aired season 9.
Yeah, Michael Brandon dubs the season 6 episodes are only on season 9 PBS Kids airings. Not a single season 8 PBS Kids airing had season 6 episodes that I know of.
And let's see. The only best of compilation that has this is Thomas.
Best of Thomas, yep. Yep. I know there's 2 season 4 episodes on Best of Thomas.
And the last one, Ultimate Christmas, which is basically an extended version of Thomas's Christmas Wonderland with the free bonus episodes from Thomas's Snowy Surprise included.
Yeah, I love Ultimate Christmas. It's my new favorite Thomas Christmas release of all time.
I remember briefly renting a version that surprisingly featured this Anchor Bay logo on the front and the back, which is
that
like
was strange.
Re-release
or reprint, basically. I know Universal was the one who recently re-released Ultimate Christmas. Okay. Okay. Now, I think we can now try this Flickle Returns, now that we fixed... Because I know we showed off stuff with Season 4 episodes of Thomas, because Season 4 is my favorite classic series of season of all time.
Yeah.
We can try to see if we can...
I'd show DVDs from that season since it was your favorite season, and it's a belated birthday special for you.
Yeah, because of course, everyone knows Season 4 is a fan favorite of Thomas and Friends. But anyway,
yeah.
Let's see if we can try. Let's see if we can try this now. See if you could try this the similar way, a different version, a fan-made version of Wheezy's Hairball, but this time it's a cat instead of a dog. And I think it would be.
That kitten looks so cute.
Well, who would be the one having the cat? I think we were trying to say the cat's name was Pumpkin. Would that be? I think it would be Oars, right?
Yeah. Well, that part of the beginning is before they ask what the cat's name is.
I wonder if... Hey, what's that?
Oh. This is Pumpkin.
Pumpkin? These are my friends, Emmy and Max. Can I pet him? Can I pet her? Or Pumpkin would be a she, right? Just like how Slurpee's a he. Can I pet her, Ord?
Of course.
Aw, she's so cute. Just don't do it too hard, Max. Sometimes if you do it too hard, Aw, Pumpkin's so cute. Hi, Ord. Hiya, Ord. How's it going?
Great.
This is my new kitten, Pumpkin. One of my brothers has a... Just like how Cassie said one of her sisters has a boinger in the Weezy's Hairball normal version, she could say one of my brothers has a kitten like that. You're still saying you're so lucky. Basically, one of my brothers has a kitten too. You're so lucky.
I know. I always wanted a cat, and look, I got one.
Well, I hope I'm not allergic to kittens. Because I remember I was allergic to bugs when I saw Cassie's pet caterpoozle rolling up against my nose. Because I thought I was allergic to bugs.
Well, Zachy, remember just a recent trip with Dr. Boo Boo Gone? He says you're not allergic to cats. She says you're not allergic to cats.
Well, that's good. As long as this cat doesn't really kiss me too much, like with when we had our Boinger Slurpee. And then, of course, yes, we're trying to do this. Something was going wrong with Pumpkin. She gets all upset. Something goes wrong.
And, Pumpkin, what's wrong? Oh no! What are we gonna do?
Maybe she's thirsty.
Good idea. Here, Pumpkin. Try having some fresh water from the pond in Dragonland. No? Well, aren't you hungry? Not thirsty. And not hungry either. Well, what are we gonna do then?
I think Pumpkin is really trying to say is that she needs to use the bathroom because I think she ate something that's causing her tummy to get all flip-floppy.
Uh-oh. Maybe we should talk to Quetzal about this.
Hola, niños. What que pasa? Nice kitten you have there, Ord.
Yeah, one problem.
Que
Pumpkin's
pasa?
acting strange right now.
I think it's because she needs to use the bathroom or something. Yeah, when me and Emmy's aunt had a cat, we would use a litter box. That way she can feel much better again, and even still be able to feel well.
The litter box? Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. Okay. And I also think, like, yeah, I also do know this version. I could actually think of a fan-made version of this Dragon Tales episode where, well, we did the Baby Troubles one so much. We'll think of something else. We'll try to think of something like a fan-made version of. Oh gosh, I want to say a fan-made version of. We haven't tried this before, Flickler Returns, even though we've done some episodes of Dragon Tales have spooky stuff in them or scary things. We've never tried this with Thanksgiving, even though it's not Thanksgiving yet. We've got a couple months till Thanksgiving.
5, to be exact.
Well, 5, basically. Yeah, I said 5 months. Yeah, because it's June. Yeah, so it's basically because we have 5 months till November, yes. Maybe we should try that, a fan-made Thanksgiving feast. Since I know in one of my streams on my side, we did a Christmas one. And I know every time they do something bravery, they go into a dark place. So let's just try this for Thanksgiving feast, even though it's not technically Thanksgiving quite yet. Oh, and basically, we have to think of who should have the Thanksgiving feast somewhere in Dragonland.
Max, Emmy.
Hiya, Ord.
There's gonna be a Thanksgiving feast.
Oh, that's cool. Where is it gonna be, Ord?
I seem to misplace the turkey. Where is the turkey? If I don't find the turkey soon, I'm gonna be starving, and I don't want to be starving on Thanksgiving. I need to make a Thanksgiving surprise for my mommy.
Is that Mungus? That sounds like something. He must have something wrong with him. Let's go see what's wrong.
Oh, what am I gonna do?
Mungus, is everything okay?
No, it's not okay. I seem to misplace the turkey. How am I going to make the Thanksgiving surprise if I can't find turkey?
Whoa. Turkeys can be found everywhere. And say they pretend there was a grocery store in Dragonland. Turkeys can be found everywhere, Mungus.
All right.
In grocery stores. When me and Max have Thanksgiving at home, our parents always get a turkey at the grocery store.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Grocery store? Why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, that's a cool idea. Or I do know this one. Yeah. I also know for this Flickle Returns, I remember. Yeah, let's just say this right now. I'll bring this since I brought early memories. I forgot to bring this up. I guess I'll say it now. Yeah, one of my favorite childhood memories was when I was in elementary school. I loved when my mom came with me to my school lunch I think that was when I was in the 1st or 2nd grade. And I was so pleased when she came to eat school with me and my student friends. It was so sweet and adorable, and I loved it so much. I don't know if you remember that, if you remember doing that when you were in elementary school.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I remember doing it when I was in the 1st and 2nd grade, and man, it was so much fun having my mom with me to basically, she was eating with me and my school friends in the cafeteria. It was so much fun. Man, I just wish I could go back and do it again, but there's no way we can do that. But anyway. I also do know. Yeah, I do know this portion in the Dragon Tales normal episode. Basically, after we try this from Remember the Pelifort Flickler Returns, so basically, ooh, this looks cool. It's not. Or I'll do Wheezy's is too. and I'll end off with Wheezy's mad at you, and Max's purple's cool. Basically, is not.
It's two.
Is not.
It's two.
Is now mad. Purple's cool.
Yeah, and what about let's see. Let's see. You mean you could have made a wish to go back home, but no, instead you wished us all here?
Oh, to Kingdom Come. Yeah. Or I'll just try again from Remember the Teleport again, but this time after. Where's this? What are you yelling about? Max and I are having a fight. What about? Or thinks that his red fort is better than my purple fort.
And then oh, what about let me see. It's just a crayon.
I think that's bad share day. Okay. Or I think I know in this portion of the Dragon Tales episode, well, a normal one, even though I can do fan made if I want. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I know this portion very well off the top of my head. I'll just do it from a normal Dragon Tales episode, basically. Yep. Basically like this. Basically, or it's just, this is my brother Finn. Cassie is so excited about bringing Finn to school today.
Yeah. I think I also remember another portion of it. It's like, Finn, are you okay?
Whoa!
My castle! Finn, you wrecked it!
Finn didn't mean to wreck your castle, Cassie. It was an accident. I'm sure he's sorry. Oh!
I know he didn't mean to, but I worked so hard to make it!
Well, we can make something else. See? Now it's a mountain. And as you know, mountains are important in this story.
Right. And then I think there's another portion. It's like, hey, I got all the way up to 20, but no one was watching.
Yeah. You were all watching Finn. Oh! We're sorry, Cassie. It's just that Finn...
Finn's ruined everything! He spoiled Circle Time and smashed my castle! I wish I'd never, ever brought him to school!
It's okay, Cassie. Little brothers can be a pain. I know it. Rubbish, Cassie. You somehow brought your little brother Finn to school in a way. Cassie, why don't you bring Finn into the classroom? Emmy can come too. And like I think I know this portion when Ketzel asks Cassie what seems to be bothering her. Sometimes when something is bothering me, I feel better if I talk about it.
Yeah. And I think I remember there's this one episode
Yeah?
I remember
You're
this episode where I think he's like, let me see. Bugs! Nobody said anything about bugs!
Frog Prince. And like Max has to think of an idea. What if he wants to see Hoppy on the weekends? Or the weekdays? I'm trying to remember what Emmy says to him severely after Max says he wants to do these times to go see Hoppy. Basically, I think I'll try this. Maybe I could see him on the weekdays. I try to remember what Emmy says after that. After Max says maybe I could come see him on the weekdays.
Yeah.
I think I remember. Yes, Emmy told him severely on weekdays we'll be at our uncle's house and weekends we're at our grandparents' house.
Yeah. There's I think another portion from, let me see. Careful, Wheezy! We almost got wet!
Careful, Wheezy, we almost got wet.
And then Wheezy goes, but that's why we're here! And then Zach is like, I'm not ready! Besides, I think I'm catching a cold.
I think that Zach takes a dive.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, yes, on the very first Dragon Tales DVD, which I have. I didn't bring with me, but I do have it.
I also have it, and that DVD will turn 25 at the very beginning of August this year.
Oh yeah, I cannot forget that anniversary, along with the 3 VHS releases released on the same time as that.
Which I have one of them.
Okay, and I do know this portion from this Dragon Tales episode off the top of my head. Basically, phew. No, Kiki! That's not for eating! The bottle, Ord!
The bottle? What bottle?
Kiki's bottle!
Oh, you mean this one?
What happened to all the milk?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, Ord. I'll go get another bottle from my mom. Oh.
Kiki, please don't cry. Cassie will be right back with your milk.
Yeah. Hmm?
The phone was ringing in the background. That's why
Okay.
I muted myself.
Okay. Good thing you pushed the mute button before that happened, because I didn't want to hear the phone sound effect. Yeah, I was basically, you faced off with Ord's Cassie will be right back with your milk.
Cassie, Kiki, please don't cry. Cassie will be right back with your milk. Look at the silly dragon. Boogie, 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 boogie. Look at the silly dragon, Kiki. Boogie, 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 boogie.
I don't think it's working, Ord. Wait a minute. Look! Oh! Looks like you're putting her to sleep, Ord. Ugh! Yeah, me too. Are you sleepy, Kiki?
Maybe she needs a nap.
Ugh. You're right, Zach. It's almost Kiki's nap time. And I actually did take the screenshot earlier. Well, I can't show it right now if Look Over Returns, but I know this one when Cassie was feeding Kiki her bottle of milk and it was all done, and Well, yeah, I don't want to impress that just quite yet, but I do know this. I'll just for this one, I'll just do Emmy kissing Kiki to sleep for her nap, and then Max's night, and or it says you can sleep, and you'll be Ord, so you can sleep with Tiny eventually. Basically, it's, night, night, Kiki, night.
You can sleep with Tiny.
See, that was easy.
No!
But it's nappy time.
Oh no!
Glad we got that straightened out. Yeah.
Oh, Jake Martin's coming.
He is? Yes.
Hello there.
Hey, Jake Martin, welcome to this stream. Now, yes, yeah, glad you could join this for Flickle Returns' side of my belated birthday stream, since I had an awesome time on my birthday last week.
Yep.
I noticed you have Best of James on VHS out right now.
Yeah, and you can hear his whistle sound. Said season 4, like this.
Yeah, it's a high-pitched version of Duck's whistle.
Yep.
Yep, I noticed the front spine and back cover are printed out nicely. Oh, I noticed, yep, has the corrected one. Well, just imagine if there was a Best of Percy VHS cover, but they forgot to credit Percy's name in the episode Thomas Percy in the Mail Train. It just says Thomas in the Mail Train. But luckily, Anchor Bay didn't screw that up on Best of Percy. Yeah, like there, Thomas Percy in the Mail Train on Best of Percy. I'm glad they did Anchor Bay didn't screw up and make a first edition back cover where they didn't put Percy in the title of Thomas Percy in the Mail Train.
Yeah, otherwise, that would be a mess up. Like, really?
Yeah, anyway. And yep, I did get some cool things for my birthday, Jake Martin. I did show Flickle Returns, and I'll show you. I got some of them are personal, but I'll just show these ones. These cool ones. I did get all the other 3 Mr. Rogers Neighborhood sets on DVD. Now I have all 4 Mr. Rogers Neighborhood sets on DVD. Yep, I have the Would You Be Mine collection, Meets New Friends, and the Kindness collection. Yeah, I know for this Flickle Returns, I know all my iCarly sets over there. I know you don't have not going to watch iCarly, no, but I know you haven't watched iCarly before, Jake Barton, but you've maybe heard of it.
I don't think I watched it before.
Okay, you can get the volume sets on DVD like me. They're easy to find. You just got to watch what you spend. You can always give it a try if you have. You could get them on DVD like me and give it a shot at one episode. Yeah, basically. Yeah, you could try this set of iCarly, the Season 2 Volume 3 one. Yeah, I think we were trying to do this from Baby Troubles a while ago, Flickle Returns, but I guess we could continue if you want.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just, is she asleep?
Not Kiki.
Wait a minute. Kiki never goes to sleep without her squishy. But where is it? Here, squishy, squishy. Where are you, squishy? What you looking for, Max?
Kiki Squishy.
Uh-oh. I think it's squished. Oh, Ord! What are we gonna do?
I squished a squishy, so I need to find a new squishy that isn't squished and give the new squishy that's not squished to Kiki. so she can go to sleep.
Really? You can do that, Ord? The squishy is really just a seed from the dragon nut tree. I'll go with you, Ord.
We'll be right back, Kiki.
How's everything going, kids? And that's Cassie's mom, yeah? It is Cassie's mom, yeah?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, nice of you did. Nice. Yes, indeed, Jake Martin.
Yeah, that was from Thomas from Henry's Forest when, after Toby said, "Oh dear,
Side
I wish,
Toby to Thomas.
I wish there was something we could do to make things better again." Yes, indeed. But what?
Reply, Thomas.
We can't mend broken trees.
And then, yeah, anyway.
Anyways,
Oh, yeah, you got some of your stuff out. Let's see what you got out.
At Trackmaster Henry and James from Fisher Price, which I'll probably show later on. So
Okay. I noticed you have...
and
Oh,
there's my kitty cat Layla. There she is right now.
Hi, Lola.
Hey, Layla.
It's all right, girl. Just trying to. You know you're gonna be in my videos sometimes.
I like to see cats in videos. It looks almost identical to Flickle Returns' cat. Almost. I think it's just different colors.
My cat, Earl, is gray.
Yeah. Okay, it's gray, baby. And yeah, that was identical to my cat that was named after one of the Sesame Street characters, Zoe. Since I was talking, because this is my birthday thing, I can talk about anything. One of the cats I had as a kid, Flickle Returns, was named after the Sesame Street Muppet Girl character Zoe.
Yeah. Not to mention, Zoe keeps mentioning Rocco, which gets up on Elmo's nerves and annoys him to death. Rocco's just a rock! Rocco's not alive!
Oh, yeah. I could know the compilation of Elmo throwing a fit of everything. Even though Elmo's is me and Jake Martin's favorite Sesame Street character.
Well, he did it because Zoe kept constantly annoying Elmo with Rocco, and he obviously did not like that.
Yeah.
But I know Oscar would sometimes say, like, let's say, "Get out of my trash can! Scram!"
Yeah, but now let's see if we can finish that portion of well, now let's try this. Why don't we give Kiki a new toy to sleep with? Try this, Kiki. Nice and soft.
No!
Here, Kiki.
No! Squishy! Squishy!
I know what we should do. Get Cassie's mom! Sax!
We can't do this by ourselves.
We can't just give up. We have to think of something. Okay, Zachy, let's put our heads together. I know.
What about rocking Kiki to sleep?
Yeah. Or the scene where. Okay, I think of this one. Yeah, this one says, "Rocky, Rocky."
Please go to sleep, Kiki.
Squishy.
Oh, brother.
She thinks your nose is a squishy. Oh, Saki, you're the best.
Oh, jeez, Louise. There goes that airplane noise.
Airplane? What's wrong?
Yeah, I think I live a little. Yeah, my house is a little bit closer to that airport. Well, almost. That's why that airplane flying is a bit noisy out there.
Well, I get used to that airplane noise sometimes in my place too.
Yeah.
But luckily, anyway,
Yeah. So can
and
I. We both
anyway,
can get used to our noises of the no. We both can get used to the noises of the airplane where we are at.
anyway, yeah, and I do know this.
I remember when I was at my old area, there was this train that would constantly shake the house, going.
Yeah, that noise. That could be bothering, but anyway. Or like I know this portion we could do Flickla returns from this, the portion of Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon, where basically, I think for this one I think I'll just do this one. I'll be Ketzel and Finn, and you'll be Cassie's I Do Love Finn and Emmy's I Love Max, and I'll be Finn's crying. Or how about after I do Finn's crying, we'll do, Jake Barn will do Percy's Bust My Buffers from Hero the Rails. Basically, after Ketzel says, being jealous of your little brother doesn't mean you don't love him still. No, I didn't do this. I do love Finn, and I love Max. Wait, you're trying to do Finn's crying? You tried to do his... I did... Okay, I'll try again. And I love Max. Basically, yeah, I know how Finn's medium-heavy crying goes in Cassie the Green-Eyed Dragon, where it goes... Da-ha!
Alright. Yeah, I think it...
Bust my buffers!
Uh-oh, Finn's hungry. It must be time for his snack. Fresh clumpberries, Finn's favorite. His favorite, say? I can't get him to have even one.
Bubbling boilers!
Yeah, did a different way. I think he said Percy's Bust My Buffers after Finn's crying, and Henry's bubbling boilers after he pouts and spits because he don't want to eat it.
All right. Cinders and ashes.
Yeah, as Thomas would say. And, oh yeah, of course this one, at this portion when we do start with Ord's Finn is so cute, and Wheezy's I wish I had a cute brother, and Zach's hey. Basically, I'll start with Ord's Finn is so cute. Finn is so cute. I wish I had a cute brother.
Hey!
Just kidding. Stop it. Yeah, I did take this screenshot a few days ago, Jake Barn, where basically we're both Finn, not Finn, Junior. I can't speak, but anyway. Anyways, yeah, Junior and his mommy both have their mouths open, but they're happy, saying that Scamp's back. Yes, Junior's being lifted in the air by his mommy, but both of them are happy with their mouths open that Scamp's back. And Junior's doing this with showing the palm of his hand, but his fingers are turning like that. Like I said, it puts me in vibe of how some episodes, Thomas and Emily are double-heading a train, pulling the front of it together. Yeah, basically they're smiling together, Thomas and Emily, and they're pulling a train together. Like, yeah, it's at the beginning of season 10's Big Strong Henry, or in like this portion in Edward Strikes Out, when they see the pipes and they say, we have to get through to it, Thomas. Why don't you go and get Rocky?
No, said
Edward. Harvey is doing a fine job. We must be patient.
I
Yeah,
don't like being patient.
said Emily.
We have jobs to do.
Oh, and then they hear Gordon coming by. I think there was only times an instance where in season 10 Thomas and Emily were pulling trains, but they were coupled at the front together. But I know I also took a screenshot a few days ago, Jake Barn, basically, where I found, I did get a portion from the episode All That Glitters where Max was being hugged by Quetzal because he realized he didn't understand it was just an accident.
Speaking about that, I already watched it on YouTube. So, do I like that
Yeah.
episode? Of course I do. And yes, in my opinion, I definitely wish that Sony would, like I said, put these two parts together and make it in one full episode on To Fly with a New Friend, and put All That Glitters on this one.
Yeah, I don't know why Sony didn't think of that. Because I think they were running out of ideas for Dragon Tales DVDs anyway.
Bother.
Yeah, and I noticed you had one of your Sesame Street DVDs out.
Yeah, but right now, let me show. Why do I keep hitting my phone with this VHS tape? Dang it!
Whoops.
Anyways, here's my Thomas Gets Bumped VHS, which
Yep.
Yeah, I'm planning to get it on DVD with the same Wooded Railway Thomas on these two guys over there. Thomas Gets Tricked in Trackside Tunes, and when I do a HMR video on Thomas Gets Bumped, am I going to mention what kind of color background it is? Because to me, it kind of looks dark blue, but it kind of looks dark violet purple, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yep, 2003 VHS. I never had that growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
Or yeah, also now
is the 2006 DVD release.
I also have the 2006 DVD of Thomas Gets Bumped.
But mine is in a slim case.
Yeah, I also will bring this up now, Jake Barn. I actually could get the Thomas Home Media product Mud Glorious Mud on DVD 3 more times to get 2 Wooden Train bonus packs of it with Terrence, so I can make one of the Terrences into a CGI Wooden Railway custom Terrence. So yeah, I know you won't. I hope you don't mind me getting 2 Mud Glorious Mud Wooden Train bonus packs to get 2 Terrences. One can stay the same, but I can make one into a CGI version.
Of course I won't mind.
Okay, that way I could do the. Also, I could get the James Goes Buzz Wooden Train bonus pack with the Honey Car, and I could get the Wooden Railway Alfie in a slim case version of 10 Years of Thomas. Because actually, since I couldn't get that Totally Thomas Volume 7 box set or that Totally Thomas Volume 4 box set, I can actually get these Thomas DVDs on Wooden Train bonus pack releases separately. Like I mentioned, A Big Day for Thomas was one of them, and I'm not sure which character I'll get it with a Big Day for Thomas Wooden Train bonus pack. It's either down to Lady, Salty, or because I don't want to get too many Thomases. But I know, unfortunately, I'll have to get the Thomas by himself in Wooden Railway form if I got the Wooden Train bonus pack of, what was it? Thomas Comes to Breakfast and Trackside Tunes, and because actually I want to put that 2003 Wooden Railway Thomas face onto the new 2022 Wooden Railway Thomas to see what that looks like. If that was the case, but I can also get 10 Years of Thomas on DVD in a slimmer case with the Wooden Railway Alfie. Alright. Also, yeah, I know this Flick Love Returns. I do know this portion in the Thomas episode. Basically, I know I could try this now. Basically, Thomas is a tank engine who lives at a big station on the island of Sodor. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome.
Oh, that's the Carlin dub of Thomas Gets Tricked.
Yep, can be found on the 95 rare VHS of Thomas Gets Tricked with Carlin's dubs, and on Thomas's Halloween Adventures.
Yeah, which I don't get why Thomas Gets Tricked had to be included on there. It doesn't make sense. It's not a Halloween episode just because Tricked is in the title. I feel like it was put in for filler.
Yeah, that's why.
But
or what about, or maybe the reason why Thomas Gets Tricked is on the Halloween Adventures release, because we never got the George Carlin narration dub on the DVD.
yeah. And you know what they should have done for Tom's Halloween Adventures? Percy's Ghostly Trick was already on previous releases, so maybe put the Ringo Starr dub of Percy's Ghostly Trick on Thomas's Halloween Adventures, so that can be the only release from the hit era with 4 narrators instead of 3.
I mean, it would have been cool if they did put Ringo Starr episodes with just the engine transition scenes.
Like, yeah. That's why I think Ringo's version of Percy's Ghostly Trick could have been used for Thomas's Halloween Adventures.
Yeah, I wish that happened, but unfortunately, Hit Entertainment and Anchor Bay didn't think of that. Yeah, and I know a lot of people say that Gordon the Gremlins doesn't make sense to be on Halloween Adventures, even though they were mentioning Gremlins at the start.
True.
And yes, I know for some reason people don't, even though some people like the Frogman episode, they don't like that's on Halloween Adventures because it's not spooky, but yeah, and I do know this portion very well. Flip the Returns from a season 4 episode of Thomas, basically. Yeah, basically where it goes, Thomas, whispered Percy, will you tell us the end of the story? You mean the one about Duke, the lost engine? Exactly, puffed Henry, but please remind us of the story so far. That's the Thomas season 4 episode Sleeping Beauty, not to be confused with the Disney film.
Yeah.
Yeah, part 2 of Grandpuff.
Yeah. And I think there's a part of the episode that comes at the very end when Percy is like, that's not a happy ending.
Cried Percy. Yeah, it's the Grandpuff, the premiere episode, season 4, the episode before that.
Part number 1.
And then Thomas is like, oh, there will be one, but that will have to wait till next time.
Or like when the happy ending's finally over and says, and that, said Thomas, is the whole story. Did you like it? Yes, indeed, agreed the engines, especially the happy ending. Yep, okay. And I know for a fact that... Yeah, I also was going to tell you this Flick of Returns. I do know that... Yes, I can actually get Toss Percy the Dragon. I should have kept that Toss Percy the Dragon slim case when it came with the booklet back in 2023. I should have kept that, but I kept the booklet in my thicker case copy. Well, because for reasons it wouldn't stay in the slim case. Well, because, you know, it comes with that new style Chinese dragon. Which makes a lot of sense, because the release is called Toss Percy and the Dragon.
Oh. I think I remember this one portion where he's like, where it goes like, Thomas, you have caused confusion and delay.
That's a hard one. He always would say that, Thomas, you've caused confusion and delay.
Well, I was going to say, Thomas, you have caused confusion and delay. Sir Topham Hatt told Thomas what had happened. Thomas was upset.
I hear that. I could hear that from Chickens to School. Yeah, you were being Sir Topham Hatt when you're telling Thomas you've caused confusion and delay from Chickens to School. And the narrator, Michael Brandon, says, and now he had to go and do his jobs all over again. It says, don't worry, said Sir Topham Hatt. All you need is some help.
Gordon says a really useful engine never needs help,
moaned Thomas. Fa! laughed Edward. I'm always helping Gordon up the hill. Gordon was very embarrassed. Percy and Edward, you are to help Thomas, said Sir Topham Hatt. Yeah. Yep, we know Chickens to School is on the Thomas of Sword Celebration DVD, which Jake Barn does not have yet.
Of course not.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I have Sword Celebration. Technically 2.5 versions. 2.5 on DVD, because I'm trying to actually brought this up. Yes, I can get the Valentine's Day packaging of these Thomas DVDs, but make sure the DVDs displayed are the original releases. But see, like my Mud Glorious Mud DVD, that spare copy sitting over there on the shelf because there's a Easter edition packaging of Mud Glorious Mud. Or, yeah, I know this portion from this Dragon Tales episode where... Oh, yeah, I think I could do all of this very well off the top of my head. From this portion of The Shape of Things to Come, when they go up to and ask Finn if they can borrow his mirror. So, like, Finn, can we borrow your mirror, please? I promise we'll bring it right back. Thanks. You're the best. Mwah. Mwah.
All right. I don't think I've ever done this. Please, Mr. Krabs, you gotta help me. When they get here tonight, they're gonna say I'm such a big phony and a loser.
I know that Squilliam returns from season 3 of SpongeBob.
I have it on SpongeBob Goes Prehistoric.
I used to have that DVD, but my parents accidentally gave it away for some reason.
And I know when you get the DVD versions of Salty Secret, Jake Barn, and Percy's Chocolate Crunch, they're just going to be the standard versions, not the versions with just the single disc, but they have the sticker still on the outer sleeve of the paper. Yeah, simple release of the Salty Secret and Percy's Chocolate Crunch DVDs.
Yep.
Simple. Yeah. And if you were to get an iCarly episodic release DVD, you can always try this one, or you can get this compilation set of iCarly. But yeah, if you watch these iCarly sets, make sure to go away from the bad episodes I already displayed on these discs. Well, on this disc, it's these two you gotta stay away from. When you get this compilation set of iCarly, stay away from the I Look Alike and I Date a Bad Boy stuff. Yep, here's my Scamps Adventure Blu-ray, which I actually could bring this up. I'm actually going to get the other Blu-ray release of Scamps Adventure, the special edition Blu-ray from 2012, and put the 2006 DVD into this pack, and the 2001 DVD into the 2012 DVD of Scamps Adventure, or the Blu-ray of Scamps Adventure. Well, we'll see what happens, because I know in 2 days is almost the 70th anniversary of the original Lady and the Tramp. Yeah, even if you were to get the 4K releases of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and Cinderella animated versions, Folklore Returns on 4K with the DVD inside, you can have a little tiny 4K collection, but your Blu-ray collection is somewhat big, and your DVDs are somewhat large, and your VHS collection is like the biggest, which is opposite of me because I have a large 4K collection, a ginormous Blu-ray collection, and a somewhat big DVD collection. Yeah, if you were to get the 4K of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Folklore Returns, that'd be amazing. Because that version comes with a DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also know this for. Yeah, I also remember I did this from Scamps Adventure. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know this is the portion at the end of the first Lane the Tramp, Jake Barton, when at the Christmas scene at the end of the first Lane the Tramp, when Darling says to the newborn Scamp, "Oh no, not you." Yeah, basically. Or this portion when Jim Deere says, "Hey, to Scamp, please come back here." When he, well, I know when it goes. Basically, after the, oh no, what a mess! Uh-oh.
This time you've gone too far. You've left me no choice.
Some dogs have to learn the hard way. Maybe chaining you up will teach you a lesson. Or like this portion when Scamp and his father argue, basically when he tells him severely, "There will be no howling dogs in this family."
All right. Let me see. I want an award.
Patrick, don't cry. You'll win an award somehow.
I'm never gonna get an award because I've never done anything.
But you're Patrick Star.
Easy for you to say. You're SpongeBob.
Oh, big pink loser.
Yeah, I have it in the complete second season. Let me get up from my bed and take this out.
Yep, that season.
Yeah, I'm still looking for seasons 3 through 8 in this kind of slipcover. Man, I don't know why some stores don't have them.
Maybe because they've been running low on sales, or they've been getting sold out so fast.
They need to stop that. Like, seriously.
Yeah, I also noticed you had a Berenstain Bears set on your shelf, Jake Barton. I think that's the complete collection of the old style Berenstain Bears from the 80s.
Well, I have 3 of them. This one's Christmas Tree, Springtime Surprises, which doesn't have its artwork, and Kindness, Caring, and Sharing with disgraceful.
Disgusting.
Despicable. Or in the initial, to say such things to us, cried Darwin Douglas. It's to teach of a lesson we be taught. Now, how do we do it?
And I remember renting the DVD before, but I've never owned it. And oh my gosh, I did not like Too Much Birthday either.
Oh,
Same level of...
Well, I do respect your opinion of like a lot of 2000 Returns.
The other episodes, like Triple Friends, Messy Room, I didn't find them as bad as Too Much Birthday, but still, there was just one portion. I think I remember watching that DVD. There was this one portion where Papa Bear yelled, "Quiet!"
Gee, I was like, really, Brian Cummings? Did you make Papa Bear shouted like that? Like,
Well,
settle your tone, Mr. Cummings.
Well, at least when Ruth Buzzy does it, he.
Oh, I know Ruth Buzzy, who did Ruthie and Sesame Street. Oh, I heard the bad news. She passed away. Like, not joking.
Oh,
That's too bad. That's too bad she had to pass away.
Maybe she was feeling under the weather and she...
You're talking about Ruth Buzzy, who...
Yeah, like, not only she played as Ruthie in Sesame Street, but voiced Mrs. Bear, or Mama Bear. I'll just name her Mr. Bear. Mrs. Bear. Excuse me. Dang it.
It's okay.
What is going on with this messing up?
It's all right. We have our cons, anyway.
Yeah. Get back on the bed. Gotta be careful not to let my stuff fall off the bed, and nothing happened. So.
Yep, I know she had your Best of Gordon VHS out as well.
And Thomas and Percy, so yep.
Yep.
Yeah. May Mama Bear's voice actor from the 1980s rest in peace. Or should I say,
luckily,
Ruthie from Sesame Street.
Yeah. I'm surprised this series was adopted twice. First in the 1980s, then in the 2000s. If there was like one from the 1960s, like maybe from, let's say, maybe 1963-ish, maybe B. Benaderet, who did Betty Rubble, could be Mama Bear for one season, and then after she left the show, maybe Jean Vanderpyle, who did Wilma, can do the voice of Mama Bear afterwards.
That would be cool.
And
yeah, also another one I know very well off the top of my head. Yeah, basically it's just, I guess I'll have to handle this myself. Hello. I hope you don't mind me being rude, but do you happen to know out of whose bowl you're eating? Yours? Ooh, aren't you a clever kitty?
Oh, it's Oliver and Company.
Yeah, since your cat, we did see your cat way earlier on, Jake Barton. Yeah, Oliver and Company.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yep. Happy almost 37th anniversary to Oliver and Company.
Well, at least with the episode Messing Room, that was the only time Papa Bear yelled. But then he was like, Well, this mess certainly has built up in this room. In fact, it's the most disgusting buildup I've ever seen. Now let's sit down and we'll talk this over calmly.
Yeah. He has to have a yeah.
Yeah, yeah. When is the last time I watched the very first Berenstain Bears VHS tape? Last year, and when was? Uh, yeah, and yeah, and yes, he told his kids about everything about having a mess around the room. So
Earlier in the episode, you could tell Mama Bear was pretty angry. He's like, I am just not gonna hold it any longer. I've had it. No more Miss Nice Guy.
No more Mrs. Nice Guy. And I was like, Ruth Bussy, calm down. Seriously, you don't have to shout Mama Bear's lines like that.
Yeah.
Just like Michael flipping Brandon did in Thomas and the Billboard.
Or when Roger Bumpus did it as Squidward in some episodes. Like, I think, well, like when he was like, get out! From one scene in the paper. Roger Bumpus made Squidward scream like that. He's like, I would be like, really, Bumpus? You could hurt your throat that way.
Yeah, but anyway, I also do know this. Disney says about the way did the no more nice this thing. Actually, I do this portion from two different things of these shows. Like you did the Mama Bear's No More Mrs. Nice Guy, Jake Barton. Basically, I could do this one from Heroes No More Mr. Nice Engine from season 17, where it goes, stop that! That's it. No more Mr. Nice Engine. I'm master of the railway. That'll teach you. Or like when SpongeBob is so frustrated in the Rock Bottom episode when he shakes the bus sign saying barnacles and that's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, like barnacles. Okay, that's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Tartar sauce.
I think it was
Whoa, easy there, girl. You almost bumped my toys and even my movies.
It kind of reminds me of a street scene from Sesame Street. He's like, well, no more Mr. Nice Snuffle. I won't share my Snuffle ball. I won't. I won't. I won't.
How harsh of Snuffy to do such a thing like that.
Yeah. And that was Martin P. Robinson, who was also the voice of Kelly Monster on Sesame Street. He's the one that did Snuffy.
But I do know this really well, Flickler Returns. I do know that all of us can take turns doing the characters' laughs from Dragon Tales, basically starting from Ord, stopping at L, like ending off on Enrique's laugh. Yeah, basically, we'll start with Ord's laugh, where he goes,
yeah. And then Zach goes,
Wheezy's, hee ha ha ha, and Cassie's, and then Ketzel's,
and Max is like,
and then I think Emmy's is, I think Enrique's is, yeah, and I know this Yeah, all the Sesame Street Muppets last. We start with Elmo's. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, I think I know this portion very well. I haven't done stuff from movies quite yet. Basically, yeah. Basically, I'll. Okay, everybody. Coast is clear. Ages 3 and up. It's on my box. Ages 3 and up. I'm not supposed to be babysitting Princess Drool. Hey, Ham, look. I'm Picasso. I don't get it. You incultured swine? What are you looking at, you hockey puck? Or like, I try to do this, but after Rex speaks normally to Woody. Can I also tell you this now, Full Clever Returns? When I was a kid, Rex's roar used to scare the fudge out of me when I was little. Particularly the first Toy Story, his roar was so scary and freaky. It's almost as frightening as Sullivan's roar.
Oh, I think there's a scene from... Let's see. From the Lorax, he's like, I think, hey, get out there and get these people on my side, or else you're fired!
Yep, that's the 2012 Illumination movie of the Lorax. Which you and me have, Full Clever Returns, so I don't think Jake Barton has that yet. Or maybe he does, maybe?
Not me.
Okay, that DVD's easy to find, Jake Barton. It's all over the place in DVDs, well, in stores that have DVDs, have old DVDs, yes. Right? Or yeah, and I do know this portion from this portion of yeah. Aha! There's the blue puffball, and look who he's with. Splodge, come and destroy. No, you to yourself. We don't like you. Yeah, we may not. In factly. What does that mean? I have no idea. Good word. Run, lady, quickly, and I'm going to help you. So am I, m'lady. I'll not let you down again. Pah! Who needs you, Splodge? Watch out for the viaduct. It's dangerous. What's the matter?
Lady. That engine's name is Lady. She's part of the clue to the source of the gold dust.
Gold dust? Now I'll get you, Burnett Stone.
No, you won't, because the magic you refuse to believe in will get the better of you.
Take a run, but you can't hide. Right, Pinchy? Pinchy's hungry.
Oh, get back!
Come on, lady. Coming, puffball. Here. Look out. Here I come. Duck, Pinchy. Here. I like my lunch steamed. Here. Here. What's this? Pretty fast for a puffball. Well, lady, this is your shining time too.
I hope so.
Come on, lady. Little engines can do big things. And then, of course, they got to get through, cross the viaduct and all that stuff. And then, of course, Thomas made it across, and the last thing collapsed right in front of him, but he made it across safely. And then Burnett Stone cheers out to Thomas. You know. Well done, Thomas. Well done. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Yeah, and Diesel 10's about to come to his demise in a few seconds. Yeah. Oh, what's going on? Hold it. Wah. Oh, puffball. Teapot. 10 cattle. Oh. Oh. Oh, well. I'm really here for a cruise. But Mr. Conductor, you still don't have your gold dust. Yeah, I also did this portion after the chase, but Thomas told him, Mr. Conductor, you still don't have your gold dust. Yeah. It's like this edited portion of the director's cut of the chase, when Boomer said, now I'll get you Burnett Stone. And says, no, I'll get you Burnett Stone. Yes. And he says, no, you won't, Boomer, because the magic. It still is the same way, but he says he was meant to say, no, you won't, Boomer. I don't know if any of you guys can do that impression from the director's cut of the chase of Magic Railroad, but it still goes the same way because the magic you refuse to believe in will get the better of you.
No, you won't, Boomer. Because the magic you refuse to believe in will get the better of you.
Yeah, that one, yeah. All right, and I know I was doing the impression after Thomas said to Mr. Conductor, you still don't have your gold dust. But Mr. Conductor, you still don't have your gold dust. I think you will soon. Wait a minute. Then watch the swirls that spin so well. Swirls, just like on the wonderful shavings around Lady when we were on the railroad. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, 10-13 my state. Flicklo returns. We can still keep going if you want.
Yeah. Pretty much until it gets closer to 9. Like, I'm going to stop maybe around 8:45.
If you... Okay, so we've got plenty of time. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I do know this person very well. But yeah, I can say this right now. From this portion in Calling All Engines, Jake Barnes, Michael Brandon's Diesel 10 is much better than Angelus's. See, compared to the Angelus Diesel 10 growls, just Diesel 10 growled loudly. But then the Michael Brandon was just Diesel 10 growled loudly. Excuse me, Thomas bluffed again. Yeah, well, yeah. This is the only time Michael Brandon does give a thing for Diesel 10 and Calling All Engines. Or like this portion when they get to they finally go back home to Tidmouth Sheds at the end of Calling All Engines, or basically the sheds have been built again, Puff Thomas. They look beautiful, puffed Henry. Better than ever before, puffed Edward.
I was starting to like my tent,
puffed Gordon. And now you can all come home, said Sir Topham Hatt. But Emily was sad. She liked sharing her shed now. She was going to miss Thomas. Then Percy noticed something.
There's an extra space,
he cried.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
The other space is for Emily, said Sir Topham Hatt. From now on, she will stay at Tidmouth Sheds. Emily was delighted. Yeah, and Emily finally gets her spot in Tidmouth Sheds with everybody else.
Yeah. Some hit era episodes had Emily portrayed as a bossy as like a bossy character, kind of like DW from Arthur, if you think about it.
Well, there are two season 8 episodes where Emily was in her original season 7 character. That was being Emily's new route in Halloween. Basically, when Thomas tells cheerfully to Percy, "There's no such thing as ghosts." Basically, like after Percy says, "Look out for ghosts," he whistled nervously, "It is Halloween." "There's no such thing as ghosts," Thomas puffed cheerfully. "It's just silly make-believe," added Emily. Yeah. And I do know this portion from the Dragon Tales episode, Jake Barn. Basically, I don't know if we could do it for this Flicklo Returns, and Jake Barn could do this with me. Basically, I think for this one, I don't know who should end off with Max's "It's Kiki and Finn," but Zach's "There They Go Again," and I could do Kiki and Finn's laughing when they're playing around in circles around the tree, but Zach's "There They Go Again," and ended off with Max's "It's Kiki and Finn." Basically, after we do Ord and Quetzal's, we still get to eat them, and Quetzal's "That's a Surprise." Basically, you'll start with, maybe Flicklo Returns can start with his Ords, we still get to eat them, and I'll do Quetzal's "That's the Surprise."
Alright.
And it'll be...
We still get to eat them?
That is the surprise. Ah! Oh, who's going to do Zach's "There They Go Again"?
All right.
Oh, there they go again.
Trying to remember who was going to be Max's "It's Kiki and Finn."
All right. It's Kiki and Finn!
Cassie's mama had a doctor's appointment, even though they could have had their dad watch them. Oh, Sony, why can't you just render Cassie's dad? Why can't you keep mentioning Cassie's dad?
We only got to hear him once in the big sleepover on the phone.
Yeah, he's voiced by Ty Olsson, the same one who did Ord. But in a normal tone of voice. And a similar thing in this Dragon Tales episode season 3 version of El Día de Maestro, which that's another episode they didn't put on DVD either. I wish that Dragon Tales episode El Día de Maestro, or aka it's Spanish for Teacher's Day, the day of the teacher, like you know when Cassie gets overworked with so many tasks to make the chalupas, when she tells Lorca out, yes, it's just like when all my brothers and sisters all want my mom's help at the same time. Or like, and she didn't say her dad again. And Lorca asks, "What does your mom do?" Or they should say, "What does your mom and what do your mom and dad do?" But at least I know something cool in the big race. Lorca mentions his dad, something they made for Enrique to ride on his wheelchair at the back in the race. Wait. Yeah, I also know... Oh, yeah. And I do know this portion. Yeah. Yeah, this portion of the Toss movie, The Great Discovery, basically... Yeah, I know this portion very well off the top of my head, basically. And he whistled loud and long. Ha! This time, Thomas heard the whistle. "It's Stanley," he gasped. With his very last puff, and his very last huff, Thomas blew his whistle as loudly as he could. Stanley heard Thomas. Quickly, he reversed back to the branch line. "Thomas, is that you?" Thomas had run out of puff. He couldn't whistle again. He could only wait. Then he saw Stanley chuffing around the bend. "Stanley," he cried, "I'm very happy to see you." "Thomas," whistled Stanley, "where have you been? Did you run away? No, to Thomas sadly. I was trying to be a really useful engine. Then Thomas told Stanley all about his adventure in the mine. Stanley was amazed. Yeah, this portion of the Great Discovery, when Thomas could hear that a whistle sound effect, he realized it's Stanley. Or I know this portion from the Disney film Alice in Wonderland: Folklore Returns, when this caterpillar asks Alice who she is. Just asking, who are you? I think I can know how to do his impression very well. Who are you? Who are you? I think that was the good one of the caterpillar asking Alice who she is.
Oh. I think I know an impression from the same film, but this time it's like, all right. Well, it really doesn't matter which way you go.
That's when Alice gets lost in a path she can't know where to go.
Well, that's when she first encounters the Cheshire Cat. She gets lost later.
Okay. That Cheshire Cat, who's actually voiced by the same person who would do the snake in the Jungle Book and Pooh himself in the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, and Roquefort from the Aristocats.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I know this impression very well off the top of my head, basically. Yeah. Yeah, I know this one very well. Just, hey, lady. Yes, can I help you? I said I wanted hot sauce, and there were no hot sauce on my tray. Sorry. Here's some hot sauce. You should have put it on my tray in the first place. You know I want to put it right now. Hey, you watch your mouth. You watch your mouth before I put my fist in it. Hey. You say you're sorry to the customer, but I apologize. I'm so very sorry. Jump! Come! Oh. You want to keep this job? No, but I need to. Then behave. Now come here. I was doing this portion from the iCarly I Owe You episode.
All right. There's like... All right. I think I can remember a similar impression like, stop singing that song! One more outburst like that and I'll send you home for the day.
I've no clue what that's from.
That's from the SpongeBob episode Earworm. When Mr. Krabs warns SpongeBob that if he doesn't stop singing, he would be sent home.
Oh, yeah, that's one. I don't even know what that episode's. I haven't watched that episode forever. Like that episode where SpongeBob won't stop listening to that song over and over again.
I think I have Earworm. It's on the complete 10th season. I think. Let me better hop off my bed again and take that out. Where's the? Oh no! Earworm is not a season 10 episode. It's a season 7 episode. Ah, jeez, Louise. Yeah, that Earworm is on the complete 7th season DVD, which, yeah, I'm trying to get it in the 2-season gift set with the complete 8th season. So,
Yeah.
More messing up again.
It's okay. It's okay. We all make our own duds, but anyway. Yeah, I also do know this portion very well off the top of my head. Yeah, since I already showed most of my stuff that I did during my birthday. I also want to tell you this now, Follicular Returns. I actually managed to put those 2 volumes of Seinfeld, of the first 2 volumes of Seinfeld on DVD back on my shelf, because I realized it's hard for me to sell DVDs nowadays. And yeah, I also do know this very well off the top of my head very well. Yeah, I do know this portion. Yeah, I do know this very well. It's just Frankie, very well, Frankie, man. Francis. Oh yeah, this is from Oliver and Company when Tito says Francis's name wrong. And he tells him it's Francis, not Frankie. And he spits at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or let's see, 1027. So let's just keep doing more stuff.
All right.
Yeah, I was just gonna say what I don't know what you were doing on your day off today, Jake Martin.
It's Friday, and
yeah, your day off today. Yes.
Yeah, 9:28 in mine. So
8:28 where I'm at.
Yeah, I do know this portion very well off the top of my head. Yeah, I do know this very well off the top of my head. Basically, oh yeah, that's. Oh, what do? You push the hat, and out come bubbles. Clever. Oh wow! What's this thing do? I get it. There's a snake in my boot. Oh, hey, Bullseye, go on. Whoa! A record player. Man, I haven't seen one of these in ages.
All right.
Yep, this is from Toy Story 2 I was doing.
You were like, hey, what are you doing with my hand? What am I doing with your hand? What is this? We're all mixed up together. This is horrible. I have my own clarinet recital tomorrow.
Is that from the SpongeBob episode Squid Bob Tentacle Pants?
Yes.
Season 4.
Yeah, I also do this portion because there's gotta be some way to reverse this. No.
Squidward, this is a very sensitive device.
And then, of course, well, what seems to be the problem, Mr. Tentacles?
It all started when I was born. Then we get that gross picture.
Kind of sick.
Yeah, with SpongeBob Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Pearl, and of course Mrs. Puff was in there too. Yeah. Yeah. Or you have this portion in the Tom's episode where basically goes, it may be sunny now, matey, but there be a storm coming.
It may be sunny now, matey, but there be a storm coming. There be a fierce storm on the way, Captain.
Pete Percy. Salty knew they were making fun of him. He felt sad. Later, Sir Topham had arrived. I want you to fetch Fergus from the smelter's yard. His driver doesn't know the line.
Aye, aye, sir,
said Salty sadly. Salty was glad he was going to the smelters. He didn't want to stay where he wasn't liked. What's wrong? Asked Emily.
Nobody likes to be made fun of by silly tank engines.
Emily knew she had to find Thomas and Percy immediately. Those be dark clouds, matey, whistled Thomas. There be a fierce storm on the way, Captain, peeped Percy. Emily was cross.
It's not nice to copy the way others speak. You've hurt Salty's feelings.
We were just having fun, said Percy. We'll say sorry to him, said Thomas. But Salty was nowhere to be found. Or like this portion of the same episode, but it's at the end, where it basically goes, we're sorry if we hurt your feelings, said Thomas. We were only copying you, said Percy, because we think you're grand. Yep, that's Salty's horn sound effect.
And, what about, what is all this fuss and bother?
He boomed.
It is causing confusion and delay.
But sir, cried Thomas, the flatbeds were rattling, and we heard moaning, said Emily. And groaning, added Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt looked at Harry and Bert.
Do you know anything about this?
He asked sternly. It was us, sir, Bert mumbled.
For your punishment, you go back and collect the iron at once,
said Sir Topham Hatt. Yes, sir, said Harry and Bert, and they rumbled away. Yeah. And I also do know this portion very well off the top of my head. Yeah. Basically, yeah, I do know this portion very well since I've got 12 minutes left, because I know you said you're going to stop at 10:45 my time, Political returns, and 8:45 your state. I'll just do something normally, but then for the last 10 minutes I'll do ending stuff. Basically, I'll just really well just. All right, playtime's over, Splodge. Uh-oh. Now it's time for the next lesson, huh? I call it How to Stop Being Stupid. Now that's gonna ruin my facial.
Oh.
Bet you can't climb that tree. Huh. Oh. See? Where'd you learn to do that? On my fire escape. Hiya, I'm Patch. I'm Lily. Do you live around here? Yes, my mom and dad run the stables. Yeah, Magic Hero with the Diesel 10 saying how to stop being stupid, which I know you've uploaded that part before. Like that was a while. Or yeah. Or like in this portion, yeah. In this movie, or basically yeah. Basically there's this, who let those tickle monsters out of their box? Wee-ha! Yeah, just for laughs. Which is on the DVD of Believe in Yourself, which I have. Well, me and Flick Love Returns have that, but Jake Barton doesn't have the DVD yet. Well, I didn't know if you were gonna try. Yeah, I think you're always good at the Giant of Nods impressions, but I'll start again. But at least he's stern to them, like in a normal voice, without yelling at them.
Suppose the original actor in Much Ado About Noddlings was in that instead of the replacement. It would be like, I demand you fix it immediately. That's what it would sound like if it was the original, and that would have sounded much better without the screaming.
Yeah, basically, then you two need to put them back in. Yeah, basically. Okay, now let me see if I can do endings really fast, because basically, yeah. Basically. Oh, yeah. Or basically, I'll just start from this one, since I know this very well off the top of my head. Yeah. Way to go, Idaho. Gee, I better shave. Poop. Come in, frankincense. Andy is now opening his first present. It's Buzz. Buzz Lightyear, you are not worried, are you? Me? No. Mm-mm. A large box. It's. Are you? Now, Buzz, what could Andy possibly get that is worse than you?
Oh, I think I
That's the end of
remember.
Toy Story.
I think I remember the ending from the SpongeBob episode. Bunny's like, "It's not what you think."
It's not what you think.
And then SpongeBob is like, "What is it then? Tell me what you see here." And then Plankton is like, "I don't see anything." And then SpongeBob is like, "How can you not see it?" Oh. And then Plankton's like, okay, I see it. It's a Krabby Patty, okay?
Oh, yeah.
F you in.
Fun.
Or fun. Yeah. I have it on Nautical Nonsense and Sponge Buddies and the complete first season. So
yes.
Yeah, I know the fun episode of SpongeBob, yeah. Or basically, I'll do the same portion again, but for the same episode as Mr. Krabs, he's gone. He got the patty. He won.
Oh, no, he didn't, boy.
Don't you remember what's behind these screens? I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs. I thought Plankton had changed.
Yeah. And I remember, I think there was an ending from the episode, let's say, well, Mr. Squidward, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, can you spare a dime? Anyway, now let me see if I can do my endings now, since very well off the top. Maybe I can do this very well from the end of the first Lady in the Tramp Jake Barn, where basically Darling says to him, "Oh no, not you." I think that's correct after she says to the newborn scamp, when he tries to follow the baby up to his room when it's his nappy time. I think that's the right way. That's the right dialogue when Darling says to the newborn scamp, "Oh no, not you." Oh no, not you.
And
and of course, like, oh, did you want to do something Flickle Returns, and then I can do?
Let me see. There's an impression from. Let me see. What? No, I was in it for the music, man. Well, at least I'm back to my old self.
The algae's always greener? I think that's what this episode's...
The algae's always greener, which I have it in 10 Happiest Moments.
Well, that was actually a good guess, but that part of line was actually from the season 6 episode, Krabby Road.
Ooh, yeah, Krabby Road.
It's when they
whoopsies. Whoopsies.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, and of course, I know this very well off the top of my head very well. Yeah, I know you did this portion when we did the ending of the Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure before Jake Barn, but you did, and you were at Jim Deers's Great Job Boy, and I did Tramp's Barking. Basically, after it goes, I'll just start from Junior's this thing. Scamp, I love you! Ha!
Good job, boy.
Oh, Scamp, it's so good to have you back where you belong. Ew! You reek! You need a bath. Oh! But we'll worry about that later. Oh. Jim, dear, I think Scamp brought a friend home. Hey there, girl. Come here. It's okay. Don't be afraid. Did you help our Scamp out on those lonely streets? Roll. Oh, ha! She's a little angel. Angel! Jim, dear. Ha! You don't suppose... Oh, no, darling. We have enough dogs as it is. You know we can't have it. No, just... We can't. Oh, what's the use? Welcome to the family, Angel. Angel!
All right.
Okay, and now I'll think of this very well.
A few more impressions. That's a bold-faced lie, Piggy! I will not have you do dumb things like that, Piggy! You have done that to me too many times, Piggy! I will not stand for it! I will not stand for it! Well, what are you going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do! I'm going to fire you! Piggy, you are fired! You are fired! Fired!
Says, Piggy, you're fired.
Well, I think that's from a Muppet Show episode when Kermit is so angry about the cover photo of Kermit being secretly married that Miss Piggy spread gossip on.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Now I know this portion from an ending off the top of my head very well. Basically, I think I know this portion at the end of the Toss movie, Day of the Diesels, basically where it goes, that's strange, Percy. Why, Thomas? Because that's exactly what I am when I'm always around you. Yeah, that's from Day of the Diesels, and of course, I know this very well off the top of my head at the end of this movie, where it goes, yeah. Yeah, basically, it's, I wish to use this rhyme to go back home until next time. Boy, yeah. Sure makes me tired putting a baby to sleep. You can play Space Station, Max. I'm too tired. Max? Night.
That was from Baby Troubles. They actually said it in their normal tone in the big sleepover when they really should have whispered it because it was taking place at night. Kind of like what happened in Baby Troubles when they whispered.
I know, Jake Barn. Isn't that unfortunate? Anyway. Yeah.
All right.
I know. Okay, very last impression from any of us can have go on our last turn.
All right.
Since this is my thing for my important thing.
Here's the last impression.
Of yours.
Dark?
You said dark.
And then Emmy is like, let us know what your surprise is, Ord. Next time we see you.
I says, I have my own star.
Yeah.
I bet that's Ord's surprise.
Wow, his own star.
Okay, now the very last impression, but it's my turn. I'm going to do it like this off the top of my head. Basically like this is this. See you around, kid. Goodbye, you guys. And it's just, easy there, Tito. It's just, Alonzo. Goodbye, Audrey. Bye, Oliver. Alonzo, you get back here this instant. Whoa, kid. You think you can handle the chick? Sure. Hey, you're okay for a cat. We'll keep a spot open for you in the gang. Vice President. Vote now, chapter. Later, kid. Why should I worry? Bye-bye. Tell me. Bye. What a delightful scum. Say it may not have a turn. Yeah. The end of Oliver and Company, when they're saying goodbye to Oliver, and Dodgers sings "Why Should I Worry" again, but they changed it to now the dog's singing "Why Should They Worry."
Yeah. Well, and that
Okay.
pretty much concludes the birthday stream with Movie and Game Lover 98. Tune in next week when we get to do the Warner Brothers Home Media Collection stream.
I'll be excited for that. All right. Thanks for having me on Flip Over Turnston.
And then in the week of July 4th, which is Independence Day, I will be taking a break from streaming.
Okay.
The holiday and
just to clarify, you guys, I'll be away from July 17th to the 21st, but maybe on July 25th we'll come up with something.
All right.
Anyway, yep. I'll just go ahead and, well, if you want to let Jake Barton go first, and then I'll go ahead and let him.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'll have to show my stuff on another stream, like Trackmaster James and Henry and my Sesame Street DVD since. Guess I better head out. So
you can show that when we talk about when we do like.
Your stuff from Warner Brothers.
Yes. Because
all right,
yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll go ahead and. All right, I will go ahead and go.
All right.
See y'all in the next stream. Poop poop.
And see you later, Jake Martin. And that pretty much concludes the belated birthday stream with Movie and Game Lover 98. I will see you later.